Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video, we're going to review the NRL Fantasy and NRL Sportsdeck teams after round 19 of the 2023 NRL season. We'll kick off as usual with the NRL Fantasy, and I just realised I haven't loaded up the right page. So you can see there we scored 583, which was good enough to slightly raise our rank. So from 16.2 to just outside 16k, so not a big rise. I guess didn't help. We only had 11 players in the end. Obviously, we didn't have a lot of middles playing this week. But for those that we did have playing, Jake Simpkin with a 26. So he's done his job for us now. I think getting us through the buys and the like. So given we've got a few more trades now, he might be one we can cash out on. Jermaine Hopgood, so with a 58, he was our only middle this week, and we were fortunate that he was able to play given his extended Origin squad. So well done, Jermaine. Jacob Preston with a 44, so probably one of his quieter games for a while, but that was okay because I guess the rest of the dogs went off around him, so we'll cop that. Bryce Cartwright, another one who's done the business for us, but with a 58, we can probably look to move him on. Nico Hines as our captain this week, and I guess just like every other format, he's done the business for us there as captain with 82. Sean Johnson with a 67. So you would have taken that, but then when you look at my bench, we could have squeezed a few more points out. Valence Tafare and Lemuelu, the two Dolphins centres, both scoring pretty well, all things considered, with a 36 and a 45. And then the back line, we've got Buller with 51, C&K with a 27, which, seems a bit low when you look at his Supercoach score, but maybe a few errors there. And Jacob Kiraz with a 47, so, nice return from him. And on the bench, we did have Matt Burton with the 71, so he was there in case SJ was out, but we'll be able to use his scores going forward. So I guess looking forward, which is what we're doing, we're at the time now where we've got our extra 8 trades. So if you've woken up and realised, I've got to hit more trades, that's why. That's also why we burn all the trades before the mid-season hiatus and the Europe trip, which was quite good for those that were wondering. So I guess if we put our side back together the way it's probably gonna go, get Grant in there. Got Big Tina and Payne Haas in the front row. Let's bring Isaiah Yeo in to join them. Hopgood can swap with Cardi. We'll leave SJ in that there for now. Probably Joey Manu or probably Lemuelu. Just given that he's seems to be mostly on the bench at the moment. And then Buller can swap with Ponga. CNK can swap with Kiraz. So just move Cook up into the top spot, even though he's obviously on bye this week. Who else? So Burton's definitely there. And then after that, I think Kiraz is the only other one we want to keep, but he doesn't have to push up. So I guess there's a couple of ways we can attack this. We've sort of identified there's a few players we're happy to offload. So we've got 4 trades. Let's see what we can do with them. So Buller. Actually, I should have done the 2 most expensive ones first, shouldn't I? Well, he's expensive enough, I suppose. Actually, he's more expensive than Lemuelu. So it gives us 1.13 mil. We have to do 2 trades at a time, which is a bit flat. we just nuff both of them out. Who have we got? So I guess at the moment we've got enough cover and all that, eh? So we'll just go bottom dollar. Patrick. Oh, he's only on the buy. It's a bit yuck. Lawton, no. Dunster, Vena. Oh, so I guess these are all the guys that are playing, but just not playing well. We could go Reynolds now that he's out of the top 30 squad thanks to Sexton going to the Dogs, so we might actually do that. Take advantage of one cheapy option. How long's Sifa Cooler out for? If he's out for the season, he'd be the other one. Potentially. I'll just go a 230k player anyway, just to be safe. Here we go. We're into the B. Clark. I don't know who you are, so welcome to the team. Alright, so confirm those trades. We can always update, I think, if we need to. So Lemuelu and Simpkin, I think, are the other two that can afford to go. Excuse me there, the world's longest breath hold while I was trying to find the mute button. So if we have a look at the team, I think we really want to get another gun center. You know, Tafari's good cover. And then we just need some middle and edge coverage perhaps. So we've got Hopgood, so maybe I think the obvious choice, if we go back to big price, one more time. So the obvious choice is for Feeder. You know, if we can get him, that's mint. We've got 738k, which would get us any center in the game. So let's have a look. Who do we want? So Herbie Farmworth's the most expensive. That's interesting. Argo's look good since coming back for Penrith. Uh, it's sort of hard. It's not the best position. We liked Lemuelu when he was playing on the starting on the edge, but that starting spot seemed to have dried up. So maybe we just wait for teams. If he's named again this week, we might leave him. But yeah, Bobo doesn't tell. Oh, selected by. Here we go. We might just follow the create a bit. The hammer. Actually, I know who I want. Should have got this earlier. Jay Cavarillo playing fullback for the Dogs. We like him at fullback. Good value. 388k. So, I mean, let's confirm those. And then maybe we can do a reversey. Reverse Cartwright for Reynolds, maybe. Then we can go again. So 608k. So who do we just bring in? So just a middle or an edge. Ideally a bit of both. Such a middle. Jackson Ford. We did trade him out, but you know, just as that extra bench base option. Don't hate it. Oh, hang on, we're still selected by teams. Players I can afford. Alright, so yeah, here's sort of the top of the list of players I can afford too. So that sort of jumps out straight away. Mitch Barnett. Not sure what his job role security's like. Might have to look at a bit closer. Tavita Pangai. A dodgy one. He did look good on the weekend though, to be fair. So I think they're the two options. I guess it's a bit of dog's bias, but I don't care. I'll bring in Pangai. What do we got? 76k. So um, uh, I'll quickly load up. the uh, break evens. No, there you go. Quickly have a look. It's probably not actually uploaded yet. Is it? Break evens around 19. Jake Simpkin, high score 26. 83. What did he get to this week? He lost money. I don't know. Sandon Smith. I don't think we can quite afford him, can we? Yeah. So I guess, it's probably one of those ones where we don't really need to go bottom dollar with a player. If we can get someone that's playing, that would be even better. So let's. I don't think I can reverse that trade now because I haven't got the money. Yeah. All right. Well, let's. Well, trade pool. Here we go. So we'll just go from 0 to 300k because I think, yeah, we'd have 306. Can't imagine there'd be too much in there. Did anyone score well on the weekend? Talis Dunk, he actually looked really good. I don't know if he'd get another game, but he probably should. Um, yeah, he looked really good for the Rabbitohs. Like solid in defence, and then obviously made that break late and scored the try, but was well deserved based on his efforts. Um, yeah, nothing jumps out here, eh? Mitch Dunn, he was super cheap, but he's averaging 16, so probably do better than that, but just isn't. Yeah, like it was really just maybe someone who debuted on the weekend and did all right would probably be the only target we'd have here, I would have thought, but doesn't appear to be the case. Oh, we're still searching middles, aren't we? Let's go all positions. That'll make more sense. Yep, Blake Wilson, yep. So he obviously went well on the weekend, but Rafael Carr's back, so we don't need to worry about that. Harrison Graham. So he must have been the one filling in for what's his face? Jeremy Marshall King. Match stats. So yeah, he's been getting got some solid minutes there. Don't hate it. Yeah, no, just pure base by the look of it. He might be our guy, I reckon. Not that we really need another hooker, but I guess we did trade in one there. So yeah, Ethan Quireboard, he actually looked good on debut, and it could be another cheap centre option. Not that we really need one. Yeah, this is just this could be any position really. I think we're covered our other bases, haven't we? The middle, another middle might be nice, but won't get one for cheap. Tommy Taliao, yuck, get away from that. Oh yeah, De Silva, he's the one being sort of taking minutes from Simpkin, hasn't he? Yeah, this year and then not getting minutes obviously on the edge there. Yeah, I mean, unless one jumps out of the ground in team lists and stuff, I think Graham might be our man. So we might just do a quick rollback so I can do that Graham trade. I think I can remember the other ones. Gotta reformat the team, don't I? Roll back the team. Bit awkward. So get Buller. Just get the important ones off the field, I suppose. It's probably the key. So Simkin, Grant, and I just need to do a couple of trades to get Hopgood there. Yeah. So those players we want to trade are on the bench, so we can do that now. So it's Buller, Simpkin. I've got to do two at a time. So Fafita will be on the next one. So it was Graham, Harrison, Graham, and the other cheap option was Avarillo. Trade, then we can do our heavy hitting trades. So Lemuelu and Cartwright for Fafita. And Pangai Jr. Something's going wrong there. Fifth. There we go. Confirm trades. There we go. Yep, 37k for trade. So if we sort of shape the rest of the team up, I think I've done pretty well with most of it. So just be Avarillo in for Barre. Feeder. We might just swap him with Hopgood just so Hopgood can cover both areas as needed. Actually, I can just probably swap him with, we'll go to Fare. So I think that's going to happen. Oh, well, we had Tavita Pangai there too, but that's fine. Not going to work. Oh, there we go. Just a bit slow. Swap those two around. So I guess that's pretty much how the team is going to shape up. I guess really just to make things look pretty. Move Birdo down a couple of spots. So I guess the obvious miss at the moment is Cleary. Um, you know, there is an argument to maybe not bring in Pangai Jr. given we've got Hopgood, but I think having a couple of bits of cover there is nice. Um, yeah, so I think, unless find an injury or something, we might have to run with this as the team and potentially fade Cleary. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. So maybe uh, we really need Fafita. I mean, we still can't get Cleary with that money, but maybe take a haircut on Pangai Jr. perhaps to someone that's available at the price. We could, but I feel like this is a bit more balanced. So I think again, there's a bit of water to go under the bridge still. We've got Origin on Wednesday night, that sort of thing. So that might shake it up a bit. Um, Plus, also Cleary will have that low scoring game in his price, so it might, excuse me, dip a bit. So we might sort of gamble on that, I think. But other than that, pretty happy with the team and the way it's sitting, um, and and hopefully, ride it into the end of the year. But in terms of Sportsdeck, so it was 801 this week, and we're around 142 overall now. So sort of dipped a bit by the looks of it, based on going up in the rank this week. Um, and I think a lot of these players I've discussed in other formats. They've got most of them, but yeah, Marnie 55, solid from him. Tapi with 79 was really nice. Tory was 65, so these two were pretty nice sort of pods, I guess, for lack of a better word, this week. Hopgood and Preston, solid. Nico Hines, correct calls, captain again, big tick. Sean Johnson, 53. Burton 77 was nice. Kiraz and Avarillo in the centres. Klokstad, Azako, Buller, all probably a bit disappointing, but that's fine. Yeah, so I guess in terms of this week, let's get the big hitters back up front. Oops. Get Green on the bench. Don't need Fino on the bench. We need Fafita and Holler. So, yep. And Berto. All right, then, we've got quite a bit going on here in the back line too. So, yeah, so Ponga for Buller. And yeah, so what do we got? We've got 8 trades left. In terms of targets, I think the forward pack I'd be pretty happy with. Can't see any obvious misses there. Um, the back line, we're well stocked. I think, even if you sort of swap, I think Garrick's got to start in the centres, so we'll swap him with Giraz, Avarillo. Yep. So I guess, the obvious sort of target, or I say obvious, but maybe is, if we could get Nathan Cleary in the halves, we'd have 4 of the best halves, 5 if you count Ponga, but he's playing as fullback, or wing fullback, I should say. Um, but yeah, so I think maybe what we can do this week, if this is the side we're going to run with, is Manu out and Buller out. Might be a bit harsh on Manu, but yeah, got to make some bank to get Cleary in the future. So in terms of centres, we just want someone cheap. Probably, yeah, absolute enough would be the go. So let's sort them by lowest price. Interesting. He's a wing fullback, but got a phone call. I can probably leave it a second. Bostock in the centres. Yeah, let's just throw Bostock in there for a minute. And then wing fullback. I guess, actually, I should see what Cleary is, but yeah, I reckon, yeah. So, I mean, we've still got these guys here. We can always do some swing arounds and upgrade there later. So I think the play might be again just to nuff out this week, and then we'll get Cleary in next week at that discounted price, and then see what else we can do from there. So Fire Longo from Storm, why not? He's a good kid. So I'll make those trades. And it should give us the Cleary. Yeah, so he's 7,900. So I mean, yeah, we can do weeks all the way up to Cleary next week, unless he goes absolutely bananas this week against the Dolphins. But we'll sort of take that risk, I think. And then yeah, we got ourselves a pretty nice squad for the run home. Yeah, we can maybe up and down Zarko and Nickel Klokstad to get someone like a Latrell. But yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it. But yeah, well, I guess that's how it's looking. So we'll wrap it up there. As always, if you've got any comments, please feel free to make a comment. Obviously, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content. And other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.